Okay, cool. So tomorrow is the another plant swap event. Super excited to be going to that. It's actually my first like planty event that I'm going to be going to. I really did try to go up to the Grow Tropicals event that happened up in Leeds a couple of months ago, maybe about a month or two ago at this point. So wasn't able to make it to that, but today I am preparing for the event tomorrow. It's a plant swap event, as the name would suggest. So I've made a list of a couple of plants that I'm going to be taking with me. You can see it's morning. I've just woken up. I'm going to prepare it in time for tomorrow. So yeah, stick with me. We're going to get this done. Got a lot of propping and chopping to do today. I'm going to start with the Hoyas. I'm going to start with this one. This is my obovata. I think I'm going to take 2 cuttings from this one. Just one here and one here. 2 beautiful cuttings. Look at that. A nice long one. Okay, so I'll leave that to callus over for a minute. Okay, I'm going to take 1 cutting of my latifolia up here. I'll just cut it and leave it for a second. Actually, no, I probably could. How's that set up? It's cable tied. I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to take 1 of the Finlaysonii, which is this one. There's 2 leaves on here. So maybe I'll just take the one. I'll just take this top one over here. There we go. There we go, that's one. The Hoya CV Jennifer. I would like to take a cutting off of this. I think I'll take it. I'll take this leaf here. This is fresh growth. So there are all the Hoyas. There you go, the latifolia, the CV Jennifer, Finlaysonii, and 2 obovata cuttings. Lovely. In my grow tent, I'm going to be taking this Philodendron 69686, which is super dry actually. Chucking that in the box. 1 Scindapsus over here. We'll chuck that in, and I'm going to grab 2 of my cute little baby Anthurium cuttings. I think this one's quite a cool looking one. Can you see that? Look at the shape on that. Beautiful. And maybe this one over here has got a lovely dark color to it. Or this one. Not too sure yet. We'll see. Now, the question is, how do you get it out without killing the plant? So I think I'm going to try to go as deep as possible. There we go. Lovely roots on that. I'm just going to stick it in this cup over here. That's it, without damaging the plant too much. So that's 1. And then the second one, this one's quite a, I don't want to take anything with like a really juvenile leaf. Like this one's still hardening off. It might get damaged. You know what? Let's do it. Let's take this one. So we'll take this one, which is really cute. That one's a little bit smaller, so something around the same size. How do we get on? Oh, yes. Roots. There we go. Got a tiny bit of moss in here. We're going to rehydrate it so we can pack the plants. All right, that's everything. So I made sure that everything was well packed. And the next day, I jumped in the train with my box of goodies and headed off to the event. I got off the train at the world famous Old Street station, which was a beautiful day, and made my way down to the event. Walking in, I was ecstatic. The room was absolutely full, filled with life, not just the plants on the table. Look at the size of this thing. Jesus Christ. Very impressive. But also lovely faces. Everyone was super friendly, smiling faces as far as you could see. I walked around the corner and found the amazing Claire from the Jungle Haven on YouTube.
That's right. Nice to meet you.
This was me for the event. I got set up on this little chair, pulled out all of my plants and cuttings, and yes, had a great location, sat in between Liquid Gold Leaf and So Ninja. Both are the sponsors of the event.
The genius.
Emma from GoodGrowing, her and Lisa, the happy plant collector on Instagram, put on this event.
Our first trade, look at this beauty. And Freddie the Forgetty Eye.
Freddie the Forgetty Eye. Beautiful. Cheers.
Another trade, look at that. Two beautiful begonias. What did you get? You got the
I've got the Dean McDowell. I've got your Christosperma thing.
Christosperma Johnsonii.
And I got the Calapia, surprisingly.
Nice.
Because I've never had specific Calapia, so I'm just like, why not?
I mean, some people call you a daredevil for having a calapia.
Yeah.
I would call you crazy.
Yeah, I would call me crazy as well, to be fair. But glutton to punishment. Fine, I've been doing this for years now.
You know what? Best of luck. Best of luck. You're welcome. Another successful trade. This is my last trade for the day. No, it's not. I've got one more plant. Yeah, Skindapsis. For this albo. What is it?
Sigonium yellow variegation.
Sigonia yellow variegation.
It might be an Aurea.
Aurea?
I just sold it as a yellow variegation, so
I think that's quite a good trade, I think.
for a code 69686.
Exactly. Cheers.
And the party did not stop there. Once everyone had completed their swaps and trades, the team put on this amazing raffle. I was gutted that I didn't win anything because there were some excellent prizes.
Okay. So today is the day after another plant swap event. My very first planty event that I've attended. And oh my God, what a haul. I've got some incredible and some wish list plants on this list as well in this haul. Anyway, I'm just gonna dive in and I'm gonna start with the first plant that I traded on the day, which was this. This is the Hoya Sarawak, and it has been on my list maybe since 2020. It's been on there for so long just because of the size of this leaf. Look at that. Just look at that. That is incredible. I can't believe that I actually have one. So this was actually my first swap, and I got this from the wonderful Niha. She's also veryperlite on Instagram. She has a wonderful collection, and yeah, this was the first swap that I've done, and I couldn't be happier with it. In fact, she reminded me that she once posted this on her Instagram for sale a while ago. I think that's the first time we ever spoke. And it's interesting that the first time we met in person, I managed to do a brilliant trade with her. So thank you so much. In fact, this was the first trade that I did for the day. And this was my last one. This is the philodendron, the infamous philodendron billeti, also from Niha as well. And she was just so lovely. And again, another wish list plant. I've actually been looking at this on my eBay account. There's actually one in my basket. It's waiting for me to hit the buy now button. But I was able to get one in this straight jar. Look at it. Quite a decent size as well. So I can't wait for this thing to size up. A new leaf emerging over here. New growth point. Plenty of roots in the perlite down here as well. So that is super exciting. I need to find a place to keep it. Don't know where that's going to be. Maybe up here somewhere with the imperial red. So excited. This is the how do you pronounce this? Jungleoflondon. something. It's a cactus anyway that I got from the amazing Alex. Alex goes by Alexoticas on Instagram, and I was able to trade for this wonderful cacti. And he was giving me a little bit of background on this, in that it probably won't get any bigger than this, and it might get a little bit flatter as well. So some are really, really flat. So that's quite interesting. I really do love an oddball cactus every now and then, just to add to my collection, which is slowly growing. So I'm really excited to have this. Again, gonna get this acclimated and add it to my cacti collection. So this is an amazing find. I made a trade with the one and only one half of the Another Plant Swap event, Emma from GoodGrowing. If you haven't seen her channel, which I'm sure you have, I'm going to link it in the cards above. But yes, she gave me this wonderful cutting. I don't think she knows it yet, but when she gave me this, it was actually longer with about 3 other leaves, which I ended up propping on the day and trading for another plant. So I was actually able to make a trade with your plant, Emma, so thank you very much. It is a wonderful Syngonium aurea, and the other leaves were fantastically variegated, a beautiful yellow variegation on it. In fact, I don't really own too many Syngoniums. I have one arrowhead, just a standard one that I bought for £3 in a plant store. So this is like the rarest, quote unquote, Syngonium that I own, and I'm quite excited to grow it. I'm excited to see what direction the variegation takes. So we'll see. We'll keep our fingers crossed. So thank you very much, Emma. This one's going to make a wonderful addition to my collection. Drum roll, please, because I'm going to introduce you to the Monstera albo. Believe it or not, I have never owned a Monstera albo. Tell a lie, no, I have owned one. I bought a single leaf cutting of an albo when I first started in this sort of rare plant journey, and it just died. I tried several times to to save it, but it just didn't make it, which is a real shame. So I'm really excited to have this one. It's got lovely roots, so I've put it into this moss last night, into this bottle, because I've run out of pots, unfortunately. So yeah, hopefully that just continues to grow and it turns into a beautiful specimen. So yes, this plant was from Steffi. Steffi is stephieojinta on Instagram, and thank you so much. This is a wonderful trade that I made for a Hoya cutting, actually. I think it was my Hoya CV Jennifer that she took off my hands for this. So this is a beautiful specimen, and I couldn't be happier to add it to my collection. I made 2 trades. This amazing glorious Philodendron glorious, which is a cross between Philodendron gloriosum and the melanochrysum, if I'm not mistaken. A plant that I've seen and I've always been like, one day, managed to make an amazing trade for this, as well as this hybrid. This is a philodendron. This is an Anthurium forgetii cross with crystallinum. I do own a forgetii, however, I don't own a crystallinum, so that could be quite interesting once this grows in. Some interesting hybrids down the line, so stay tuned for more. So I made a trade with the amazing Marjan. Marjan is Plants the Sloth Way on Instagram. Definitely go check her out, and her sloth as well. It's not a real sloth, it's like a stuffed one, but it's really cute. So really excited to have this one in my collection. Just look at that, so velvety. Ooh, lovely. Another plant that I've always owned, but always kind of wanted to have in my collection, but just never got the opportunity to. It's this one. This is a little Christmas cactus, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Anyway, so this is a wonderful little Christmas cactus. It's not rooted yet, but I will get this rooted. It's sitting in a little bit of moss. But I think I might stick it in some soil, some moist soil under either a grow light or next to a window, to get this going, because I really do love this plant when it's really full. And I've seen like some examples really cascading down the side of the pots, a hanging pot as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to growing this one. Just a wonderful little cutting. If I'm not mistaken, I got this plant from Becky, who is Becky Booba on Instagram. Yeah, so this was amazing find. So thank you so much, Becky. This right here is my Cebu Blue. Oh my goodness. Do you guys remember when this plant was all the rage? All the rage. And I always wanted one, but just never found the time to find one really. But I'm super excited I actually have one. It is rooted in this moss, and it's just so beautiful. Like I know people sort of try to describe this sort of slight blue sheen on the leaf, but I hope you can pick it up because it's gorgeous. It is a really beautiful plant. I'm hoping to train this one up a plank, up a pole, and hopefully get some fenestrations. I've seen them, I know that they fenestrate, would love to get that. But we'll see where we get with this one. Hopefully I do get it to size up quite nicely. But even if I don't, it's just so cute, even in its juvenile stage. So thank you so much, kazansonii on Instagram, for this wonderful cutting. I really do appreciate it. I got these two beautiful cuttings from Mariam, who is Jungleoflondon on Instagram. This is a wonderful begonia. I'm not too sure what the name is, but I'm hoping I can find out and include it in this video. Yeah, she sort of told me that this is an extremely fast grower. She got hers a cutting just like this, and now hers is like a giant tree. So I'm really looking forward to growing this one. And also this painted lady, which I've stuck in a bag of moss. Just wonderful. Look at the variegation on this, the markings. And then I just really love the way this thing grows in as a juvenile leaf. Just so beautiful. Really looking forward to that. I think I've damaged it. It was a really, it was basically, when I got this plant, it didn't have a mark on it. It was wonderful. And then trying to lug it home, I damaged the leaf. So that's a bit of a shame, but there'll be more to come. But yes, this is it. Thank you so much. So sticking with begonias for a second, I got these two beautiful begonia. This one is the begonia sizamore, appropriately named, because look at the size of this leaf. It makes me want to say, oh Ray, dad jokes. Yeah, that happened. Anyway, yeah, so I got these two. What is this one called? This one is the, anyway, I can't say the names. So I got these two, this sizamore and this other one over here that I can't pronounce, from the one, the only Memo. If you do watch other plant videos on YouTube, you would have seen him before. He goes by Trojan King 9 on Instagram and Houseplanty Goodness on YouTube. Definitely go check him out. I'll make sure that he's linked up above here. So really excited. I remember when I was speaking to him and I said to him, this thing is actually quite scary. Like if you look at it, it's like, as he describes it, it's Marmite. It's got like these like a fuzzy leaf. It's quite big. It's imposing. But there's something about it that I really do like. So I'm really looking forward to growing both of these. And he says that they're quite resilient as well. So really looking forward to adding these to my collection. Thanks a lot, Memo. Really do appreciate it. Got this beautiful little cutting of the, oh god, I'm going to struggle with this name now, Tradiscania, I think it is. Hopefully I've done that justice. Really cute. I love the colors, just the back, that purple. You don't really see this kind of color purple in many plants, or certainly in my collection anyway. So I'm really looking forward to growing this. I have seen larger examples of this. Again, a beautiful cascading plant that I'm really looking forward to growing. So I got this one from Nika, who is nikakva on Instagram. So thank you so much for this. She just gave it to me. I said, I really do like the look of this. And she was like, you know what, have it. I had nothing left to trade at this point, but she let me have it. So really do appreciate it. Look at that. The final plant is this one right here. This is the Scindapsus Moonlight, Tribia Moonlight, I believe it is. What a beautiful cutting. Now, I said at the beginning of this video that I actually traded a little bit of this plant for something, and it was actually for this Moonlight over here. So I traded the top cutting for this plant over here, which I think is quite a good deal. It's a beautiful plant and something that's actually I was planning to buy in the next month or so. So I'm really glad that I actually have it in my collection. Again, stuck it in a bag of moss just to keep it hydrated until I can sort these plants out, get them acclimated, and so on. Honestly, this was a fantastic day. I had so much fun meeting so many planty people. Everyone was super friendly. Thank you to everyone who put this event on. Yeah, like even got goodie bags. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna show you guys what we actually got in there. They actually went over and above. They really didn't have to. We got complimentary drinks. We got stickers to add to our collection. You know, we've got some information, a trellis as well, because God knows I need him because my Hoyas are going out of control. Very thoughtful by providing a little pot, because I'm sure everyone left there with a rootless cutting, I'm sure. So now you have something to put it in, to grow it. Oh my goodness. There were some chocolates in here as well. I must say they didn't make it home because I may or may not have eaten them on the train. And some other goodies as well. So this was just fantastic. A lovely bit of memorabilia that I will be making use of for sure. And also they had some fantastic sponsors as well. I was lucky enough to be placed between the two sponsors, so I got to learn so much from both of them. The first being Soil Ninja, soil specialists, creating bespoke soils depending on, you know, the kind of the plants that you're growing. I've got a sample bag over here which I can't wait to use, and some amazing moss as well, from a family farm actually, which is quite interesting, sustainably farmed as well, which is really nice. So they did not hold back on giving information about where they source their moss from. So really great company. Go check them out. And finally, they also had Liquid Gold Leaf, who were giving out samples of their products. But more than that, he actually had like a microscope showing like mealybugs in action and different parts of the plant. But Ian, who was there in the night, was super informative. Lots of knowledge. You know, they described themselves as as biologists who make fertilizer. So that gives you an indication on sort of the amount of research and time and effort that goes into their products. So I've got their fertilizer here, a Photo Plus, which helps your plants photosynthesize better, and also a rhizome thing. So I know it's like a fungus that you put into the soil that helps your plant to uptake more nutrients as well. Symbiotic relationship. I hope I've done that justice, but I'm really looking forward to adding these to my collection as well and seeing how we get on. So actually stay tuned. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually sample this. I'm going to take two plants, have them side by side, similar sort of environments, and see, you know, with the addition of this and the Soil Ninja as well, what they look like after 6 months, 12 months or whatever. So just do a sort of a longer term experiment with these as well. So really looking forward to doing that. So that was it. That was the full haul, the full hog, everything that I got on the day. Also, what I can't show here today are just all of the friendships that I made as well. Made a lot of planty friends on Instagram as well. So really looking forward to getting to know everyone and looking forward to the next event, wherever that might be. So thank you again to everyone who made this possible. So that was it. And as always, keep planting.